Hello, it's 9:30, June 4th, and welcome to this weather update. Starting off with the MODIS satellite, looking at, again, the smoke that we are watching here right now. You can see this low that's kind of stuck off the coast. That's kind of keeping the smoke away, but keeping us in the clouds at the same time. There's even a few, there's even some rain with this if we look at the radar here, which I forgot to put up here, but so you'll see here, there's some showers in Boston and coastal Massachusetts, and plenty of rain for Nova Scotia, which is very good news. But not much rain in this area where their fires are burning, and generally speaking, there's some rain scattered around here in Canada. These are all thunderstorms, though, and the thing with thunderstorms is they have lightning, and they could start new wildfires, and you see some scattered thunderstorms in the Midwest as well. But other than that, and some rain over Florida. Looking at the weather map, you'll see here that we have that low that's kind of stuck offshore, a high pressure in between, a few troughs, and then there's a line that says above normal temperatures. Interesting that they put this up here, above normal temperatures up in North Dakota and Minnesota. It's quite interesting, actually. So let's take a look at what we got going on outside right now as far as the... well, it's not pretty quiet here. No severe weather. You see the air quality alerts for our areas. And we have those coastal flood advisories in effect. Air temperatures outside, it's cool. It's in the mid-50s, except it's 65. The air coming in from the window, my alley, is 65 degrees. It's just unbelievable. But anyway, 57 degrees at Islip, 57 at Farmingdale, and see in the middle of the city, maybe it's a little warmer than that. Let's see what they got in the middle of the city. It seems like we lost our... gotta get this back now. So, yeah, it's 63, LaGuardia. That's what it's like. My alley's like LaGuardia Airport. Just holds in the heat. It's just... Anyway, cool, dry out there. Dew points in the mid-40s. I'll take a look and see what the day was like at Islip. Well below normal today. Wait for this to load. Well, that's if it'll load. The site's starting to be slow on me now. Alright, well, let's look at our highs and lows for the day while we wait for that. Only in the mid-60s generally across the area. Mid-60s, though. It did hit 70 at LaGuardia. And in New Jersey, too, around 70 degrees there. So a little bit warmer because they had a little more sun over there. But today we were pretty much stuck in the clouds. If we look at the satellite loop for today, which we'll look at that, you'll see that storm just kind of sitting offshore. See that moisture feed going right over Nova Scotia there. The smoke you could see up to the north as well. See it right? Let me move this up a little bit. Yeah, that's better. So you can see the smoke off to the north. Yeah, look at all those. Still plenty of smoke. And then see that's really... looks like they're getting hit hard in Buffalo and parts of Ohio. Looks like they're really getting a lot of smoke over there. But for us, you can see we have this storm that's kind of stuck here, pinwheeling around. That's what's keeping the temperatures lower and keeping a lot of the smoke away because the flow is coming in off the Canadian Maritimes. So it's and Nova Scotia, where the fires are fortunately out. The fires definitely are under control now with all that rain. It's got to be helping a great deal. So let's see what the day was like at Islip. And you'll see here temperatures generally only in the low 60s. That's all it got up to. Maybe mid-60s. You can see strong north-northeast winds gusting at times. Dry day across the area. So let's go take a look at our lows. And lows pretty cool, upper 40s. And we're 51 at LaGuardia, of course, which is probably like what my weather was like in my alley. And mid-40s also in New Jersey as well. So mid 40s generally, and some low 40s, and even some up 30s to the north and the west there, where it's even colder. Um, let's go to the. Yeah, let's go back to this. All right, so this is the radar here, and you see the rain that's coming in. Very important to see that rain that we have that's coming through into. Sorry, I'm just tired. I don't know. I get in here and I feel like I can't breathe. It's just so stuffy in here. Got all the fans going, trying to get air in here. You can see all the fires going over there. Maybe the smoke from the fires is probably having an effect too. I'm sure, even though we can't see it, you can still see a little bit of it there. In fact, I want to go to earthandoilschool.net and we're going to look at the chemicals in the air, particularly carbon monoxide, because all those fires have to, look at all that carbon monoxide. All those fires have to be generating a lot of carbon monoxide. So it's not just the smoke and the particles from it, it's also the gases. Also, you can see a lot of it over here where the fires are going too. You can also look at carbon dioxide as well. A little bit on the high side. Generally speaking, carbon monoxide is the best way to visualize the combustion gases from these fires that are going. Of course, particles as well. You can see all the gases from the fires there. Not showing too much in the way of particles over us, but eventually that's going to make its way here. And again, this is not a model I like using. This just shows the very surface of what's going on. So let's look at a few more satellite images. Let's go to the MODIS now. We'll take a look and see what's going on with these fires. You can clearly see them still burning out of control all over Quebec. There's another one over here. Numerous ones that are burning. We do have some clouds over here. This is like a cold front that's actually going to kick up the winds and make things worse once it passes, I think. Let me go to the weather map and see if they show that as a cold front. Yeah, there's a cold front up there. So that's a cold front. Oh, did I tell you somebody was smoking a joint too? It smelled like marijuana outside. It's just horrible. Sorry to complain. It's just, you want to open your window. You don't want to smell that. You don't want to smell marijuana. You just want fresh air. But anyway, there ain't a whole lot of fresh air out there with all the smoke around. You can see those fires in the Northwest Territories still going as well. Looks like maybe a little less in Alberta and British Columbia, but it's hard to tell due to the cloud cover. Let's take a newer image here. Still see, they're still going. Look at all that smoke. And that's all, and then these are the fires from Ontario. I mean, there are some fires probably in Ontario too as well. I think there might be some as well. But they're all over Canada. And this is the smoke again going toward Buffalo and even Chicago. What's weird is it's because of the really weird pattern we're in. The airflow is coming from... Yeah, I'll just stick with the red. It's coming from this direction here. So it's pushing the smoke into the westward almost, instead of eastward, because we have this low here that's kind of just stuck and spinning around. It's cut off. And this is because, again, we have a weak jet stream. So this is what causes these patterns to occur. So let me look at a few more satellite loops here if we can find some from... Let's do the CONUS view first of all. So we'll do the CONUS. We'll make this a little longer so you get an idea of, there's the smoke. You can see there's that low. So plenty of there's that cold front. And that cold front's going to touch off some thunderstorms, which might bring some rain, but also lightning, which could start more fires. And then behind that cold front, it's going to be very windy in Canada. So that's going to be an issue for more fires to develop. Another look we can do here is southeastern Alaska. Those fires are still raging. Yeah, there they are. That's British Columbia right here. So they're still raging. And you notice the smoke is being pushed up north, which means we have more warm air over there. All right, so going back to our map here, I want to see what Buffalo is like. Let's see what Buffalo. Let's go. Let me close this map out, and we're gonna go and look. We're gonna look at. Just moving a little slower than normal tonight. Apparently, the computer is too. While we're waiting, let's go to the severe storm prediction center. Today's quiet. Tomorrow's fairly quiet as well. All right, let's see. We're still waiting on that to load. All right, here we go. All right, so just want to go over this, just the weather statistics, and then we're going to look and see if the Buffalo Weather Service is talking about the smoke at all. So islip, high was 64, normal high 74, 10 degrees below normal, pretty much for the day, more or less, 10 degrees below normal for the day. Central Park, 9 degrees below normal for the day. So 9 degrees, almost 10 degrees below normal. So it's significantly cool today. All right. The high was only 69. The high is supposed to be 76. The low is 49. Normally in Central Park, supposed to be 61. So yeah, it's quite cool. That's the good news. Although in here, I mean, yeah, I gotta have the air conditioner off. I just gotta have the fans going crazy, and eventually cools off later at night. The alley will cool off once you get toward like midnight or so. It'll start cooling off. But it just holds in the heat. We did get a little bit of sun today, a little bit, but not very much, not very much at all. So let's go to the let me go to the smoke models now. All right, so you have an idea of what's in fact, yeah, let's do the smoke models, and then we'll talk more about the longer range. The smoke's obviously the biggest thing to me. Oh yeah, right. We were gonna look at Buffalo, right? All right. Sorry, I'm a little tired. All right. Let's see if they're bringing up the smoke at all. And they're nothing. They didn't even bring it up. They don't even talk about it. Jeez. Everybody just wants to ignore this. It's just unbelievable. It really is. So, all right. Let's go look at the smoke models here. We'll look at the newer one first, and then we'll... So this is the... and you'll see we have a break from it, but you'll see it starts coming in as we get toward tomorrow. Later tomorrow afternoon, I think tomorrow evening, you'll see that smoke. We'll have some clouds mixed in with it, too, but you'll notice it for sure. And then there's plenty more coming from the northwest as well. And then go to the near surface smoke. I don't think we'll be dealing with any near surface smoke tomorrow, but I think as we get toward Tuesday, we might. You can see how it's moving toward us. So if we go and we move this back to the 15Z run here, which is this run, which will take us even further, you'll see that the smoke really gets thick over our area. So you can see it really come in there. That's when it's going to come in Tuesday. Tuesday, we're going to be dealing with it. It's going to be thick on Tuesday. Probably Wednesday, too. Once it's in here, it's going to be with us for a while. And then if you go to the near-surface smoke, it also has it pretty thick. So I think we could have our smokiest day yet on Tuesday, perhaps. You got to remember, these fires are a lot closer. So, yeah, you can see. Yep. You can see how it really moves in over our area there, getting into the reds there as we get into Tuesday. So that is a concern. And then we have the HRRR smoke model as well. And I know I'm talking a lot about the smoke, but that's because nobody else is. Let's look at the vertically integrated smoke. This is the HRRR now, and you'll see it come in as we get towards Tuesday. You'll see it come in, and I think it has one for near surface smoke too, so we'll use that. Luckily, we can use both models here for the smoke and show you how it's. Again, it looks like it's showing quite a bit of near surface smoke in the Great Lakes. That's why I'm surprised they're not talking about it in the Buffalo Weather Service. I don't understand why. But anyway, let's go to the models next. You know something? I don't think I put them up on here. I am sorry. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. So let's go to the models next, and we'll talk about the pattern we're in. And it's very unusual. So we'll go to the North American view here, and let's see what it is here. Trying to get the temperature like dropping here. It's like just so hard. It was 75 in here, which wasn't bad, but I prefer it closer to like 68 or something. I get the windows open, fans going. It's just... Anyway, let's go to the jet stream. Show you what's unusual here. So this is the GFS model here. And you'll see, there's that. Look at how that jet stream is just... Look at that. I mean, that is so... You have two branches of the jet stream, and this one, the polar jet, is look at what it's doing here. It's just like the jet stream is very weak and wavy. This is another sign of what happens when you have climate change. But you'll notice the troughiness stays in the east, and you'll see that low that's kind of sit there, right in the Gulf of Maine, and that's going to keep us in a northwest flow all week long, keep us below normal. And you can see there's a crazy big ridge in the west there, and a little trough that cuts off there. I mean, the jet stream is just extremely wavy. It does show some semblance of a more typical summer pattern as we get toward, the first official day of summer, with maybe a little more ridging in the east. Generally speaking, it's very unusual to see this unusual blocking pattern. If we only had it during the winter, boy, we would have so much frigid weather, but that didn't happen, right? European showing something similar pretty much. Where's that low? It kind of just sits there all week long. Keeps us in the northwest flow, and that low is going to pull all the smoke down from Quebec right into our area. So that's why I think we're going to be dealing with it pretty badly this week. All right, so let's go back to the GFS now and look at the upper air. So looking at your upper air pattern here, here's that cutoff low. It's just going to sit there and keep us in a northwest flow, and also a little instability, so it won't be completely sunny. There'll be clouds around, and mixed in with all the smoke, of course. It finally starts pulling out, I guess, by next weekend. You'll still see a lot of ridging there, right where we don't want it, which is in Western Canada, and also ridging in that Quebec area. So we don't know what chances for rain there will be, but still it's showing there's another cutoff. So it looked like it was a more typical summer pattern when you look at the jet stream, but you're seeing a lot of cutoff lows develop here, and that just continues to keep us cooler than normal, and maybe at least will bring some rain chances. So we're going to look at our temperature anomaly chart, and this is where we really have, so it's cooler than normal. You notice it's an upside down pattern. You go up into Quebec and it's above normal, where those fires are going. All of Canada is way above normal, all right? And you'll start to see a little bit of below normal move into like southern Quebec as we get toward behind that cold front, but that's going to kick the winds up. But you'll see we say below normal, an upside down pattern, way above normal in all of Canada, and that's not good for the fire. So, and again, toward the end of the period, it's trying to maybe bring a little bit of cool down, maybe for Western Canada, but still, look at Eastern Canada, still blazingly hot. And let's take a look at total accumulated precip here and see if we can get rain in any of these areas. And it looks like it's showing some rain in Northwest Territories. Maybe there'll be some rain there, and maybe some rain getting into Quebec, but there's still some dry areas. And if I pull this back into just looking at the next week, you'll see barely anything. But there is some rain. It looks like it's showing some rain that would fall perhaps over those fires in the Northwest Territories, perhaps, around that ridge. Maybe, but that would probably be thunderstorms, and that could cause more wildfires. So let me take this down to the surface view, and we're going to change this to the not North American. No. So let's take a look at the surface view. You'll see there's that low. That's just going to sit there in the Gulf of Maine and pound Nova Scotia with lots and lots of rain over and over again. You see it just sits there and spins. We stay in the northwest flow, and there's a pretty strong pressure gradient. This is the concern. Look at how tight those isobars are in Quebec. There's going to be a lot of wind, and those fires are going to just flare up once that wind hits it again. And I think you're going to see them really flare up even more And then here we are. Wednesday still sitting in that low. That low is still sitting there. High pressure tries to build in, but you still have a little remnant of a trough in the northeast, which keeps some, clouds and shower chances around. But again, you look at the amount of rain that we will see, or we'll do that at the end here. So another high builds in. You can see that low there. And this low looks like it cuts off, perhaps. This is like way, way in the future here. And it's got more cutoffs forming. We'll have to see if that actually happens or not. But those could bring some rain chances, perhaps. But a very unusual pattern because there isn't really much of a Bermuda high. There's no ridge in the east at all whatsoever. So it's going to stay cool. Well, no heat, which is good if you don't like the heat. But as far as how much rain we're going to see, let's see if we can get at least add. Let me see. It's showing some rain probably from that cutoff. But that's over a week away. We don't know if that's going to materialize or not. These things always trend in different areas and trend drier than they normally are. So let's go to the northeast now. Let me go to the HRRR model, 0Z HRRR, and we can run this through here and show you where the rain is going to fall. Now, it looks like it is showing some rain in Quebec with that cold front, perhaps. Lots of rain for Nova Scotia, which is very good for them, and Maine. But not much of anything for us. That's the problem that we have. All right, so looking at our dew points and wind flow. The winds pretty much stay out of the northeast. North. Tomorrow we have the north and then almost north-northwest wind. That's why I think we'll see some of that smoke around, but there'll be some clouds as well. You can see there's that cold front coming through, and that's... If you look to the north there, you see that cold front coming through, right? So here we are into Tuesday. You see a little bit of a sea breeze develop tomorrow afternoon, perhaps. Tuesday, northwest winds again, and then we shift off to the south and in the afternoon with the sea breeze. So it does indicate that there will at least be a little more sunshine, but because we have instability in the atmosphere, we have a cold pool aloft. We have that instability because of that cyclonic flow. Let me go back to the temperatures here. So we'll do the temperatures first. So tonight, upper 40s to low 50s. Tomorrow, a little bit warmer. Probably going to get it above 70, probably for Long Island, maybe mid 70s for New Jersey. And then tomorrow night we drop back into the mid 50s, and then for Tuesday, maybe even a little bit warmer, mid 70s on Long Island, closer to 80 in New Jersey. And you see there's that cool air that's coming in. It looks like it's coming into Quebec too. That cool air that might bring some rain chances. All right, let's now go and look at another model. Let's go to the GFS here. Stop it! What are you doing? GFS. All right, so we're gonna look at soundings. Yeah, you can see the instability here and the cloud cover as well that we're gonna have. All right, this is the sounding for tomorrow afternoon. All right, move this to Tuesday. Yeah, we have instability Tuesday as well. So, and that could trigger some showers and thunderstorms. So, while the HRRR doesn't seem to think anything is going to happen with that, which we can go back to. Let's go to showers. So 0Z. HRRR just dries it up, barely gives us anything. There are a few models that are a little more impressive. That you see that there is some rain that does get into parts of Quebec. All right. Let's go to but again, it could be thunderstorms, and that's always a concern. So let me go to the NAM 3. Don't have enough of the 0Z in, but the NAM is a little more aggressive, I think, with these showers. All right, so we'll go to the NAM. You can see there are a couple of scattered thunderstorms even Tuesday afternoon, just very widely scattered around. And you can see not really a whole lot of rain being delivered up to Quebec over there. Not a whole lot. And I don't think, can we even get Quebec in here? Let's see if we can get Quebec in here. Oh, we have Southeast Canada. Nope, that doesn't work. We have to use... That's not available for that model. RGM might show. Right? You know, I'll use Vent2 Sky. We'll look at Vent2 Sky for that. All right. Let's go now over to the rest of the week here on the GFS a little bit, just to give you an idea of your temperatures and wind flows and stuff like that. So, obviously, here's Monday, Tuesday. These are dew points. All right. So we'll just show you. We stay in the northwest flow. Thursday, we're in the northwest flow. Friday, we're in the north flow. We stay in the northwest flow Saturday, Sunday. Maybe by Sunday we finally get out of it. But that's going to generally keep temperatures on the lower side. So Tuesday we do warm up a little bit. We'll be around average. Wednesday, Thursday, you can see that cooler weather to the north. That's from that low, because if we put this precip on here, you'll see there's rain up there. All right. That's from that little trough that's going to form over there. All right. So moving this into Thursday, Friday, you can still see it stays cool. So right in the next Sunday, and maybe finally get it up to above 80 on Sunday. But yeah, quite cool weather for June. Quite unusual. So let's go now to the skies. Obviously, with this pattern, this is the GFS, which is a lower resolution model, but you can see the clouds kind of stick around. We're not really going to have any clear days, and we'll have probably more sunshine on Tuesday before it destabilizes, but there's going to be a lot of smoke around. All right, same thing for Wednesday, though. See, there's a little slot of clear sky right over, but again, there could be a lot of smoke. So keep that in mind as well. And then Thursday, you can still see some clouds around. Maybe by Saturday, we'll have a little less of the clouds. I don't want to go any further than that on the sky model here for GFS. For a higher resolution model, we'll look at the RGM. Again, this doesn't show the smoke, but you'll see it's tomorrow. Starting off clear. It looks like it's actually showing some sunshine tomorrow. And then you have somewhere these clouds come in. The RGM may be a little too conservative with this. Maybe a little too clear. We'll have to see. But it starts off clear, and then those clouds come in. Looks like high clouds. And then Tuesday we'll have also some more. It's showing more clouds for Tuesday. These look like more of a cumulative form development. Again, that's where they could have shower or thunderstorm developed widely scattered. And then as we get toward Wednesday, it shows clear skies, but then clouds just pop up in the afternoon due to instability. And again, you'll have that smoke around. So that's the thing. Hopefully we'll at least be able to maybe see some sunsets if there aren't too many clouds around. But there will be some clouds, so it won't be completely clear. Looks like quite a few clouds as we get toward tomorrow night. Those look like high clouds on the RGM. I can use the NAM as well for skies as well. This isn't the best model for skies. If we want to use the 18Z, we can. So it's showing again some clouds, probably some cirrus and maybe some all mid-level clouds. Here we are for Tuesday, also showing the clouds developing. Hopefully, though, it's not showing a lot of clouds around sunset. So hopefully, because that sunset on Tuesday night is going to probably be something else to see. The sun's going to just look really weird that day. I think we're going to have some really thick smoke on Tuesday. So let's go now to the CPC Climate Prediction Center. There aren't going to be any surprises here. 6 to 10 day below normal in the east. Precipitation slightly above normal. 8 to 14 day precipitation slightly above normal. I don't always see where they're getting that, but the temperatures stay below normal generally. So no real heat. That's the good news in all of this. We're not going to see any big heat. So let's just go to the Vent2 Sky model, and I'll show you why I'm a little concerned for Quebec. So just keep an eye on the arrows here and the wind. All right, I'm going to move this to the afternoon. All right, so here's 3 o'clock. We look at tomorrow. You can see the wind start to already pick up tomorrow. You see those arrows are moving faster. All right, 3 o'clock tomorrow here. And it's showing temperatures in the 70s. All right, and the humidity is low, but the wind gusts in here, you start to see the wind pick up a little bit. That's not good for wildfires, as we know. Humidity is low as well. The humidity is low, 30-40%. And we move this into Tuesday. This is when things are going to see that storm. It may bring some rain chances, but it's also going to kick up the winds. So it drops the temperatures a little bit. Maybe where it's raining, there might be a little bit of a temperature drop. But the rain, if we look at the precipitation here, amount of precipitation, you see it's convective, all right? And there could actually be a thunderstorm with this, all right? So this is the concern. Thunderstorms are not something you want to have because they could actually spark new fires. All right, you can see it's popping some thunderstorms over us Tuesday afternoon as well. All right, but they could spark new fires, and that's always a concern that we have. And if we go to wind gusts here, you'll see the wind gusts are now even stronger. All right. So when we move this to Wednesday, the winds are continuing to gust 31. So very favorable conditions, and any fires developed. Look at the circulation. That circulation goes right into our area. So if we go here and we draw the arrow, just follow right in our area. So any of that smoke from those fires is going to be put right into our area, and I think we're going to have quite a smoky week. So with that said, I think that's going to wrap up this weather update. Have a good night, and thank you for watching.